Austin, I bet you have a lot of newfound friends.
Yeah. After that game, got quite a few text messages. People I haven't heard from for years. Hey, saw your touchdown. It's a little different getting to score a touchdown, not lift the guy up that did score the touchdown.
When's the last time you were in the end zone with a football?
Never. I've never had a play like that designed for me. Coach Schramm, got to thank him. Finally called it up. I've been getting on him about it, trying to get it called for a long time now. And like Coach Drewer said, we've been running that since December in practice, and finally got it called.
Was it slow motion for you?
Man, actually, we were at the end of a drive, so I was tired. My helmet actually just broke, so that's just a nuisance. And then Derek comes in the huddle and says we're running the play. And I looked at him. I must have looked, are you serious? And he's like, yes, we're running it. I was like, okay. So I got down the stance, and I went out there, and just a testament to our wide receivers. As soon as Devontae caught that ball, both the corner and the safety triggered and tackled him. So I walked in the end zone, but it was definitely surreal. Crossing the line, didn't know what to do. I was kind of looked around. I was like, give the ball back to the ref, and Burris jumped on me, and the whole line was there going crazy. So it was a great experience.
Yeah, usually the guy scores a touchdown, and you're down there to lift him up. There was no one to lift you up.
Yeah, I talked to Cody Wickman about that, jokingly, if we got to run the play. And he said he didn't think you'd handle it, so I said, we'll pass this week.
Austin, did you have a fear when you lined up the line of scrimmage that something may not go right with the play call?
I was just, Coach Schramm's on me all the time, if you drop that ball, we're not calling again. And I was like, okay. So as soon as we went, as soon as we got in the play, it was, you weren't thinking about it. But as soon as I caught the ball and, looked and saw that safety trigger on Devontae, I was just in amazement. I couldn't believe I was actually going to get a touchdown. The student section went nuts, and it was awesome.
Do you think that having the play develop right in front of the student section had something to do with the play call there? Because after the Rutgers game, you guys all ran right over to the student section. How much do you guys feed off that, and does that factor into specific scenarios?
We definitely feed off it, but I don't think it had anything to do with the play call. That play, Coach Schramm has a couple things we have to look at, where we're on the field, how far from the end zone. They don't want me burning a corner from 40 yards out. So the cards aligned, so it was perfect. We had one attempt earlier in the game that I looked and I thought to myself, hey, we could run it right now. And we didn't, so I wasn't even expecting it, but we got it called, and thanks to Coach DeRuiter and Coach Schramm for calling it.
You wouldn't really try to burn the corner. You'd try to give him the old stiff arm, right?
I'm pretty fast. I don't know if he'd even have a chance.
Did you get that SportsCenter saved on your DVR for a while there? Number 8, top 10 plays?
I didn't. I actually haven't seen it on SportsCenter. I've heard that it's on there. I need to go look that up, but that's pretty awesome. I think the last lineman to get any love around here was Dev Cunningham in Illinois with that 2-point conversion.
What's your take on where the offensive line is right now? Because you guys had some question marks going into the season. What have you seen from the guys who are new to their position?
Yeah, Alex and Northern both have done great in the first 2 games. The first game gave up 1 sack and 74 attempts, which is pretty incredible. The last game kept Derek on his feet the whole game, no sacks, so that was great. We need to work on our run game a little bit. This last game we weren't dominating line of scrimmage like we should have, and we can. So those are where we need to step up a little. But the young guys that were question marks, I think, have defined themselves, and I'm really happy with where they're at.
Talk about your feelings going on the road for the first time this season. First couple of games here, friendly Bulldog Stadium, your first time on the road. You gotten nervous about it?
Not nervous. Boulder's a hostile environment. That's a team that's got a chip on their shoulder from last year. They've been circling this one on their calendar for a year, I bet. And so it's going to be different, but we've got a lot of guys who traveled before, a lot of leadership to hold the young guys accountable and make sure they're locked in, so I'm not too nervous about it.
Any final questions for Austin?
Austin, how do you deal with the team that, you guys put 69 on last year? How do you kind of prepare for a team that's really got something to maybe go up against you guys personally, not only athletically?
You just have to take it as a personal challenge. You have to look at it that they're going to try and come out and embarrass you like you did last year to them. So, you just have to be sharp that week of practice, work harder, even if you can. And, that's a prideful unit up there, especially with the new coaching staff that they have. They have some great coaches. And so we just have to go out and play our best game.
Austin, did you think about keeping the ball at all since you'd never gotten into the end zone before?
Honestly, no. As soon as I crossed the goal line, everyone's, throw it up in the student section, get a penalty. No. I just turned around. I was like, what do I do now? I'm here in practice. I used to go back to the next play. So, I didn't think about it. Everyone said I should have, but just threw it back. And it was great to see, the wide receiver celebrating for me this time.
Anything else for Austin? Anybody on the teleconference? No? All right. Thank you.